Scoundrel, scoundrel, scoundrel. Aloha folks, welcome back to Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. If you are noticing how tight my shirt is, this is kind of a funny thing, okay? I didn't realize that a byproduct of doing this show every week, people would notice the shirts that I have because, you know, I've collected vintage Hawaiian shirts for forever. It just made sense to have a different Hawaiian shirt every episode. Well, this is the second vintage Hawaiian shirt I ever bought, ever. And we're getting down to it. We've done 41 episodes now. This is the 42nd episode. I'm running out of shirts, so please excuse this if this is starting to look a little tight. It's not like a clubby thing. It's not like an intentional thing. Last week we made the Menehune juice with sugar pepper, and we came to find out that Trader Vic Bergeron basically just did a Mai Tai with light rum. It's kind of basically what it is. It was a tangy, zippy drink, but if you haven't seen that episode, go back and watch it. It's a fun one. This week, we're gonna do something that I have almost never done before. This show focuses on mid-century vintage tiki drinks, mostly by Don and Vic and some other ones, Stephen Crane cocktails. Recently, we did the Hurricane. After that episode premiered, we had a viewer who wrote in and said, hey, we have this Hurricane glass that we did that has like this cool illustration thing. We would love to send you one. And I was like, yeah, send me one. I like free stuff. Also, from the graphic that he showed me, it's right in line with what I like. The tiki thing is a very specific thing. I know a lot of people say tiki is anything. Tiki is whatever you want it to be. No, not really. It can be whatever you want in your bar. You can have pirate stuff, you can have Star Wars stuff, you can have whatever you like. But tiki was a specific thing that happened in the late 40s, well, really kind of the mid 50s through the mid 60s. And then de-evolution kind of started happening. And in the mid 50s, before that, it was almost pre-tiki, although the tiki design aesthetic started creeping in, mostly from a Hawaiiana and a tropical thing, beachcomber aesthetic. Really Don the Beachcombers thing. So this glass is from our friends at Scoundrel's Landing. And you probably can't really see the graphics yet, but once we fill it up with the drink, the graphics will show off beautifully, and we'll take another look at it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. What attracted me to this glass is that it felt very much in line with what Trader Vic offered in his Tahitian mug. Now, this is a little bit different. This is an island scene of a guy grabbing this girl's top as she's running into the water, and then you can see her butt there. And then he's chasing her out of the water with her top off, trying to grab onto her, and then she punches him in the mouth. And then it looks like she's spooning him or something. I'm not really sure what happens with the story here, but I do enjoy Trader Vic's illustrations that he uses for his mugware and as well as for his menu design. So I thought that was very much in line with this. This is a hurricane scene of winds blowing, and well, you know what, maybe we should talk about that once there's a drink in here, then we can really see the design well. So our fine friends at Scoundrel's Landing sent a drink card with it. And this is where things get totally off the page from what we normally do here on the Breezeway Cocktail Hour. I don't believe this is a vintage recipe, but we're gonna do it for the first time on the Breezeway Cocktail Hour, a viewer submitted cocktail. So I'm excited to try it. And for this cocktail, we will be using limes, oranges, dark blended overproof rum. We will be using the Plantation OFTD rum, which actually has a bunch of our friends on the label here. Jeff Berry, Martin Kate, and then a whole host of other genius bartenders. A great dark Jamaican mixing rum, Coruba, demerara syrup. Now, demerara syrup is basically 1-to-1 demerara sugar to water. If you don't know where you can find demerara sugar, go to Amazon. That's where I found mine. And an ingredient that I absolutely despise, Campari. Now, Campari is great in the Jungle Bird and a couple other cocktails. I can't stand Negronis. I know that real cocktail people are probably like, he has the palate of an unreformed cocktailier. But just to remind myself what this tastes like, I brought a glass, and you can watch me do this together. Now, I think this glass may be a vintage sorbet glass, but I wanted an excuse to pour something into it. So it has rad little starbursts on it. Campari smells good at first. It's very bitter, even to smell, but kind of a cherry scent. Is that what it is? I have no idea what Campari is. All I know is that I don't like it. Oof. That is already way too much. And I think people sip this too, which is only monsters would do something like that. Okay, well, Campari. Oh my God. Oh, that is, It's hot. It's hot right here, and it tastes like cough syrup. I can't even talk. Well, I hate Campari, but I know with any ingredient, the right proportion, blended with other stuff, it can be great. So let's see what happens. Well, Campari. All right, we're gonna start by cutting a lime in half. And a Scoundrel's Landing says that they would like us to pour 3/4 of an ounce into the drink. So there is half an ounce there. And 3/4 of an ounce. I don't think you've ever seen me use this before. Maybe I've used it once or twice. It's an incredible invention that has this mechanical advantage to it. So squeezing limes and stuff are like super easy. Go get one of these things. Or don't, I don't know, use the stuff you already have, doesn't matter. We'll also be saving a spent lime shell for the garnish. So hang on to that. Don't throw it out in the yard or wherever you're gonna throw it. You shouldn't throw them in the yard anyway. I don't know why you would do that. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Next, we're gonna cut an orange in half. See if this thing's big enough to do an orange. And we need half an ounce of orange juice. All right, that worked very well. And orange juice. Let me also remind you, you always want to add the least expensive ingredients first. So if you screw up at this point, you can throw this stuff out and then go pick another orange from your neighbor's tree. Ooh, it wasn't even a cork. Okay, 1 ounce of demerara syrup. That is delicious. There's something about demerara sugar that is just like a added taste bonus that's so good. Whoop. What are you gonna do? 1 ounce of Coruba rum, brand new bottle. Oh, the sweet scent of a dark Jamaican rum. And 1 ounce of Plantation. Oh, that's delicious. So this cocktail has 2 ounces of rum in it, and that means that it's not gonna kill you. I guess it depends on what your tolerances are, but it's a drink that you could potentially have a few of. That's the category 5 right there. So Scoundrel's Landing tells us to fill a tin with ice. And as always, we are using Pebble Ice from Sonic. Just the best tiki cocktail ice that you can find. We will pour this into the shaker. And they say shake with crushed ice until chilled. I feel like I'm holding my breath this whole time for this shirt. Okay, let's see the glass reveal its design with the addition of liquid. Would you look at that? Category 5. Garnished with an inside-out umbrella that is skewered into an expressed lime shell. Never heard it as expressed before, but okay. And there you go. They gave me 2 though. Would it be weird to put 2 in there? Yeah, it'd be weird. And so from our friends at Scoundrel's Landing, this is the category 5. Let's take a taste with the Campari. Wow, that's a really good drink. That's a really good drink, wow. The fruit juices are back there, very nice. The dark rums aren't overpowering. They're like a nice blend. And then the Campari, I think, just adds like a little bit of zing to it, but you almost don't taste it in there at all. Yeah, that's really good. Good drink. Good job, Scoundrel's Landing. That's super good. Can you see the graphics now? They did such a great job of tying the whole thing together with this rope that flows through the whole design. Also, the clouds are very wispy. Full but wispy. And then the wind is just blowing the hell out of everything, including palm trees, a moai, some tikis, this dude that's hanging onto the rope so he doesn't get blown away. There's a ukulele in there. There's one of those inside out umbrellas like we know that you're supposed to garnish hurricane type drinks with. Looks like there's a toucan that's battling the wind, and then there's this chick that's hanging onto a palm tree. She's getting blown away. Somebody was drinking a painkiller or something out of a coconut, and the coconut's getting blown away. Bar stools, pineapples, all kinds of stuff. It's really a great illustration. It looks like Bamboo Ben hanging onto one of his bars that he's built. Either Bamboo Ben or Moss from Frankie's Tiki Room. And then there are waves and all kinds of stuff. What a great illustration. And again, I wouldn't feature something on my show that I didn't totally enjoy and totally support and think that it was in line with the original vintage tiki aesthetic. So I think Scoundrel's Landing did a great job. And when he sent me this, he said, there's only 3 sets left. He's like, we're not trying to market these or like push them again or anything. I was like, dude, you should probably order more, because friends that watch the Breezeway Cocktail Hour are surely going to want a proper hurricane glass with some really great illustrations on them. So, cheers. I would check to see if he has more available by now. That's such a great drink. The demerara syrup, I think, really kind of holds the whole thing together. I should mention that, got a bit of the Campari on that one. Ooh, okay. Category 5 will sneak up on you with some flavors that you're not quite ready for. I wasn't ready for that one. I wanted to say something else about this shirt. I think it's so interesting that this panel's upright and then this panel's upside down. Look at the palm tree. Also, I feel like I haven't been able to breathe this whole time. Like I'm trying not to, I'm like sucking it in, you know? It's one of the rare times I'm gonna wear this shirt, sadly. Or I need to go to the gym. Not with this cocktail show going on. Smushy! Who keeps inviting Smushy the straw to this show? Paper straws. It looks great, just doesn't work after a while. Thankfully, I have a straw from Surfside Sips again. And this was not an intentional commercial, though it totally makes sense. If Smushy the straw shows up in your cocktail, get rid of them. Go buy one of the glass straws from Surfside Sips. Also, we're part of their affiliate program. So upon checkout, type in Breezeway and you get a little discount. And I'll get a little something for the show too. So, works out. Beat it, Smushy. I should also say that if you are a fan of rockabilly or hillbilly or really just good music, I just finished producing a music video for the legendary Deke Dickerson. If you go to Deke Dickerson's YouTube page, you can see the brand new music video for Wild Wild Thing. It's rad. It's so dramatic, man. I mean drone shots of his 1960 convertible Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz climbing up these crazy vistas that no Cadillac, certainly not a 1960 Cadillac, should ever travel. It was really cool. And I'm telling you, it's a great song. It's a cool video. Check that out. I'll leave the link in the description below. And be sure to give Deke a like, because we worked really hard on the video and he's a hell of a musician. So yeah, there you go. I don't think I mentioned that these glasses are crystal, like super high quality, really nice. I should also mention that the incredible artwork was done by 50s_vintage_dame on Instagram. So go follow her. So cheers, good work. Great illustrations. And with that, thank you so much for joining us once again on Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with us every week. It's so much fun, and I really do appreciate all the comments, the thumbs ups, and all you subscribers. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel. This is all we're doing, really. So if you like this, subscribe and you'll see more of this. All right, we'll see you in the next cocktail video. Aloha. This show features and this is totally, we will be using the Plantation OFT, a great dark Jamaican, man, what is this guy talking about? He has the palate of a mongoose. No. He has the palate of what is a bad palate? Anteater. He has the palate of an anteater. Anteater. He has the palate of a pirate. Now, pirates will drink anything. Oops. I'm gonna get yelled at by Kelly Merrill. Also, let me also remind you that you kind of No big deal. You throw out the orange juice and you go pick another lime. Pick another lime. Let me also remind you, you always want to demerara syrup. Now, demerara syrup is basically just 1-to-1 demerara sugar, added taste bonus. That is really good. You really shouldn't lick the side of the glass while you're making things. This gross ass rag has been used in the last 5 episodes. See, there are other people who have come up with a Category 5 cocktail. This thing has banana in it, all kinds of different stuff. Maybe this is their own drink, I don't know. Ugh, Captain Morgan, Myers, grenadine, orange juice, pineapple, sweet and sour. Okay, whatever. Okay, so Scoundrel's Landing tells us to fill a tin. And they say shake with crushed ice until... And because we have an affiliate link, our friends on the Breezeway Cocktail Hour listening audience show, viewing people. It's such a dark, molassesy, is it molasses? I don't know. Can't say something I don't know. It's such a dark and syrupy syrup. Syrupy syrup. Breezeway. There's a jet going by again. If you haven't already, please do consider. Good drink. It's a good drink. Good one. I'm gonna take the shirt off now. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't feel totally at peace with the way that the Menehune juice episode ended. My whole goal with making these videos is to taste the cocktails in the most precise manner that they could possibly be made. And there were a couple little things in the bartender's guide that even in the video, we were like, that's not exactly correct, the way that we were doing it. And we're like, well, whatever, we're kind of, you know, Sugar Pepper's a wild maniac, so once the train left the station, couple things. Even when I was talking about it, rock candy syrup, I was like, it's 2-to-1. And then in my head, I was like, 2-to-1 is rich simple syrup. So I was like, what the hell is rock candy syrup? And thankfully, some friends in the comments below said, dude, rock candy syrup is 3-to-1. 3 sugar to 1 water. Yeah. So I just made some. This is the proper thing. And it'll probably help pull back some of that bitterness that I was experiencing in the cocktail. I just didn't think it was a good cocktail. But also, the other thing, in the bartender's guide, it says squeeze lime juice over shaved ice in a Mai Tai glass. Okay, so here's the deal. The reason I didn't think that was important is because I totally forgot all about our daiquiri episode when we talked about La Floridita and Vic going there and having a daiquiri and then going back to his bar and trying to make a daiquiri and going, dude, I'm using everything the same. What the hell is the difference? Until he realized that every lime was being squeezed by the guy's hands, and that gets extra oils into the drinks. So if we put ice in here first, then squeeze the lime in, then combine the other ingredients in a shaker, and then add that, it'll probably have a different taste. I didn't think it would at the time, but now I'm totally convinced. So this is kind of a quick little setup. I know it looks like a mess, but this is not for you. This is for me and my integrity. I went to Sonic today to try to get more ice, and they were filming a commercial in Costa Mesa. Like, don't they have a Sonic in Hollywood? So anyway, I went to the liquor store and got normal ice, and then I crushed it in my super fancy Snowflake ice crusher. Kind of works really good. It's also super crazy loud. We're gonna put some ice into here. Now it's usually a good idea to have some bigger pieces of ice in with the stuff that you're gonna shake because it's like helps agitate it more. But I think we're gonna be okay like this. All right, Vic also said, put some ice in a Mai Tai glass. I'm sorry that there's only one camera angle right now. I didn't wanna make this into a giant thing. These videos take a lot of time to make. And if I can streamline it a little bit, then that's what I'm gonna do. This is literally right off my tree. Beat it. Okay, so here is the reason maybe for that juice of 1 lime, because Vic was like, yeah, use your hands and just do 1 juice of 1 lime. Oh God, that burns. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Okay, and then the rest of the ingredients, just follow a basic Mai Tai. So 1/2 ounce of orange curacao, And this stuff, we're gonna pour into this. 1/4 ounce of orgeat from BG Reynolds. And then 1/4 ounce of the rock candy syrup. Now the reason they call this rock candy syrup is because if you leave it in the refrigerator too long, it has so much sugar in it that it will actually turn into rock candy. Way more sugar than normal simple syrup. That'll probably help with the flavor profile as well. And then 2 ounces of a light Puerto Rican rum. I'm gonna use Hamilton Mustache. What is it? I'm gonna use Hamilton White Stash rum because I love this, it's super good. And I love the Bacardi 8 also, but I think we're really trying to do a good tasting Menehune juice for this one. Cork. Okay, and that is 2 ounces of light Puerto Rican rum. Now we're gonna take this, quick shake. And because we already have ice in the glass here, I'm gonna use a gate pour, fill it all the way up. And I was gonna say any extra room, I can add some more of the dirty ice in here, but it's already pretty full. Okay, what else do we need to do this properly? We're supposed to put a lime shell in there, okay? Already overflowing. We're supposed to put this dude in there, and I had skewers in them before, but that was mostly for the picture. Originally it came with like one big wooden stick, but you know, let's just have him outside because I know that he's gonna cause it to overflow, and I don't think the rubber is gonna influence the taste that much. And then some mint from my garden, and then some straws. And ladies and gentlemen, this should be the proper way to make Menehune juice. Let's give it a try. Wow, way more lime in that. Instant heartburn. Don't know if this was worth all of the effort. It seems like pretty similar to what we already had. It's just more limey, you limey bastard. It's just more limey. It's not, this is not a drink I would order. It's very typical of Trader Vic's though. It is very citrus forward. You definitely taste the alcohol. I don't know what he was doing because these are basically the ingredients of a Mai Tai, like a traditional 1944 Trader Vic's Mai Tai. But I wanted to make sure that I did this exactly properly. Once again, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me in this show, and know that I am certainly not a professional bartender, but I do pay a lot of attention to details, and that's the most important thing, I think, for tiki cocktails. Like 1/4 of ounces, 1/8 of ounces, 1/8 of a teaspoon. It's just too much lime. It's not my drink. That's not my drink. Well, I'm glad we did it. Sorry I'm not dressed up. I wanted to bang this thing out real quick. I just wanted to be on the record with knowing that I didn't do it properly. Not that I was getting hassled. A lot of people in the comments who realized that I had kind of missed a step or called something the wrong thing or used the wrong ingredient were super considerate. This is all about us learning together and also entertainment. I never said I was a genius cocktailier or cocksmith, if you know McBiff. And since I recorded this after I recorded the Category 5, I've since talked to the guys at the Scoundrel's Landing, and he is going to do pre-sale for more of those cocktail glasses. So get one now. They're really cool. I wouldn't be saying that if I didn't think they were cool. Like, I really do. I really think they're cool. So with that, thanks for humoring me, and aloha. One last thing, I forgot to tell you, I ordered more Breezeway cocktail glasses. Both the Mai Tai glasses and the tall chimney zombie style ones. So glassware is on its way. And I guess I should start thinking about t-shirts and maybe some pins. Yeah, why not? Let's join the club. Let's start the club. Let's be a club. Breezeway Cocktail Hour Club. You can call it that.